Hello and good Friday morning. It's finally Friday, and I'm Chris Allen here at your 270 weather, your one stop for the weather in the 270 area code and beyond. It is April 25th, and we have some rain out there this morning, even some thunderstorms. So we're going to take a look at all that here in just a moment. Let's look outside, shall we? It is currently 7:27 a.m. Central Time, and this is the way it looks from the Plano cam. And you can see the cloud cover. Not really raining that much here. We've had some light showers, but nothing that's been too heavy at this point. But we are going to begin seeing better chances of showers and thunderstorms as we go through the day, and it's going to be kind of rainy. I mean, I think there's times today when the rain could come down pretty well, uh, and put down maybe a tenth of an inch, a quarter inch. There's some of you could even get closer to an inch of rain before this is all over, which looks to be tomorrow morning. Now we're going to see a round of thunderstorms this morning, a little bit of a break, and then we're going to get another wave coming through this evening. So, and then that will continue on through tomorrow morning. So that's kind of how it's going to be divided out, if you will. We've got a cold front coming in. It's not quite here yet, but all of this is coming in just before the cold front. All right, here are the numbers from yesterday. We had a high of 78 officially at the Bowling Green Airport, 5 degrees warmer than the normal high temperature of 73. And we had a low of 64. And even though officially no precipitation, you could actually say there was a trace. In fact, at the airport, there was a trace of rainfall, but some of you did pick up a little bit more than that. It's uh, depending on where you were. Like I know Litchfield picked up about a tenth of an inch of rain yesterday. We'll check the numbers here in a moment. We go to the radar, and it's already pretty active this morning. And this is the first wave of activity, as you can see, just kind of pushing through much of the area. The heaviest concentration of rain is up here toward Louisville and right along the Ohio River, actually west of Louisville, as you see there. Frankfort, then back toward E Town. Owensboro getting some of the heavier rain, Evansville, Henderson. Then we go on down Bowling Green, as it showed you on the Plano cam. Dry at the moment, but here comes another little sort of a line of showers that's about to move through. And you can see that everything is off to the east and northeast. And we've got a lot more to come. And as you can see, also there's some lightning strikes that show up every once in a while. There's one, looks like it's over what, Hopkins County? Yeah, looks like Hopkins County, up there toward Madisonville, where 169 and 69 come together with the Western Kentucky Parkway. You're seeing a little bit of activity there. And then there's heavier rain and thunderstorms that's coming through parts of northwestern Tennessee and the Boot Hill of Missouri, far western Kentucky. Murray getting a pretty good rain shower, and you can see the lightning strikes that are showing up there. It's not a lot of lightning, but I do think we'll get more lightning and thunder as we go through the day today. Then we get that little bit of a break, and then we're going to see more of this activity as we get into this evening and into the nighttime hours. So yeah, we've still got a long way to go before all this is over, and some of you, like I said, may pick up some pretty decent rainfall out of some of these heavier cells. I'm not looking for severe weather. I don't think we'll see severe weather. This is all going to be your what I call the garden variety showers and thunderstorms, your general showers and thunderstorms. Salute. Here's a look at the high resolution satellite. You can see the thick clouds. Here's Bowling Green, thickest clouds just to the west of us with that little line of showers that I showed you. Lightning up here closer to, looks like Hartford Beaver Dam, Livermore, Seabury, up toward Owensboro, Madisonville, where I showed you some of those showers trying to push through. And then we've got a cluster of lightning back here where you see Dyersburg, Tennessee. Um, that's where pretty good little cluster of lightning going on there. So yeah, it's just going to come in pieces today. It's going to be where we get some of this activity this morning, followed by a break, and then a second wave that's going to come through this afternoon. Don't be concerned that the second wave is going to be worse than the first. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. This is not a severe weather situation, so I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about that. All right, let's take a look at the Kentucky Mesonet temperatures. Everybody in the 60s this morning, and pretty good coverage of, looks like, mid 60s. We look at dew points, and they're right there with the air temperature. And so you've got relative humidity that's close to 100%. The air is as about as saturated as it's going to get. And so we get the rain as a result. And it's humid, little humid out there because of the moisture content that's in the air. How about rainfall past 24 hours? As I mentioned, just 1/100th of an inch, or just barely a trace at the airport. But the southern station at the Ag Expo Center here in Bowling Green picked up 1/100th of an inch for the 24-hour period. Little better concentration of rain, a half inch up here at Lebanon, Kentucky, and Marion County, about a quarter inch plus in Campbellsville, a little bit less than that, a tenth of an inch down in Burkesville. And then you see this area of just like three-quarters of an inch of rain plus. That's Madisonville, and most of that came this morning because I just showed you that cluster of showers and thunderstorms right there about Madisonville. Yeah, they're getting that's what they've picked up just mostly this morning. And you see a half inch back here in Caldwell County, that's Princeton. You got about 2/10 of an inch of rain in Hopkinsville, a quarter inch exactly in Greenville, in Muhlenberg County, but you don't see much of anything else here around it. But rain chances are going to continue to climb as we continue through the day. The winds are light for the most part, coming out of the south at about 5 to 10, and occasionally where you get one of those uh, thunderstorms, you can get a little gust of, say, 10 to 15 miles per hour. But I don't think it's going to be all that windy today. But some of the thunderstorms, if they get, really energetic, which is a possibility, then some of those could put down the wind, a good gust of wind with a stronger thunderstorm. You get some of the winds that are upper level winds, they get transported down to the ground when you get those thunderstorms falling, with all the precipitation. Some of the wind gets transported down to the ground, and that's where you get a higher gust of wind that can sometimes, maybe even sway the trees a bit. And you wonder, okay, is this going to get worse? Hopefully not. I don't think we're going to be in that kind of a situation. Well, let's check out the severe weather threat, because I do have something to talk about that's not necessarily today or this weekend, but down the road. All right. So today, everybody's painted in this very light green. And as you see down here on the scale at the bottom right hand side, it just says, it's not a number. It just says thunderstorms. These are your general thunderstorms, your garden variety showers and thunderstorms. Nothing severe. There could be one or two, maybe stronger thunderstorms, but I really don't see it. There's just not the needed available energy for those today. Even though a cold front's coming through, it's not as potent of a system. Here's tomorrow, and this is where we see the cold front coming through, and any kind of thunderstorm activity is pushed south and east of us. And then we can relax. Into Sunday, there may be something back to the west, but Sunday's going to look good for us. Now, here we go into Monday, and you'll begin to notice Monday, oh, well, there's something that's trying to come our direction. Yeah, that's the next cold front that is going to affect us through the middle of next week. And Monday, we're going to be fine. Monday will be mainly sunny, we'll go back into the 80s. We're going to be in the 70s, low 70s even for much of the weekend. But then we are going to shoot back into the 80s. There's a warm front out ahead of this cold front that's going to come in, and that's going to make our temperatures get back into the 80s. The winds will come up out of the south. It's another spring severe weather setup for a lot of folks. But Monday, as you see here, will be fine. Tuesday now, and I mentioned this could happen yesterday when I showed you this map. It was showing you the yellow line stopped at the Ohio River. But look what's happened now. It's been expanded, and it now includes the 270. Yeah. And much of the 859 and the 502 and the 364 and just a little bit of the 606. So yeah, here we go. Tuesday into Wednesday, actually, looking like we're going to have some sort of severe weather situation. So this, consider this a heads up, way ahead of the system. But I'm telling you, um, this season, the Storm Prediction Center has done a very good job, even 4, 5, 6 days out, almost a week out before storms get here, that they're going to be severe. And they've been right every time. Um, Part of that is they're integrating some artificial intelligence and machine learning for these models and stuff, and they're coming up with some really, really accurate pinpoints on some of these systems. So just get ready. Looks like we're in for it. Another deluge and another round of severe storms into the middle of next week, but we'll deal with that later. In the meantime, here's a look at the maps. Here we are, Bowling Green, Warren County. Here's the 270. And you can see that we're inundated with rain and thunderstorms this morning. There's that little weak trough, but it's just ahead of the cold front that will be coming through tonight and tomorrow. Here is this afternoon, along and east of 65, the better areas of rain and thunderstorms. But notice back here in western Tennessee, and this is actually the cold front. They've got it here as a disturbance, but it's a cold front. Once it starts to come through, it's going to push some of this that's southwest of us back into southern Kentucky as we get into this evening. And there's your front back there coming in. So notice we still have pretty good odds of getting rain and thunderstorms. Here's 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. The front will start to make its way through the 270. Now, tomorrow morning, I think we could wake up to a few leftover showers, but then as the day progresses and the front moves east, the showers will be coming to an end gradually. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, Saturday. Now look at Saturday evening. Gone. All the rain's gone. Skies will begin to clear from west to east, and it will be noticeably cooler, but still not bad. I mean, our, normal high temperature for this time of the year is 73, and that's where we're going to land, I think, tomorrow for a high temperature. So we're right where we're going to be back to where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be in the 80s yet. As we get into May, yes, but late April, it's a little bit unusual. We're running, 5 to 10 degrees above normal. Here we go into early Sunday morning, and you can already see the next wave of rain that will begin to move in. But I think Sunday's going to be nice. We may start to see an increase in clouds into Sunday evening. Monday, they have painted in a little bit here, a little bit of light rain. I'm not really sure that's going to happen. Okay. I've got Monday mainly dry. If this happens, it would be like a 10 to 20% chance of just little upper wave, little energy coming through that just squeezes out. It's going to be one of those situations where it's very dry at the surface, and therefore it may look like it's raining on radar, but nothing's reaching the ground. It could be one of those kind of situations on Monday. Otherwise, I'm going to keep it mostly sunny. And that's with the warm front coming through too. So that warm front could provide enough lift for a few showers. But really, it's Tuesday. As we get into Tuesday afternoon and evening, here comes the next round of rain with the next cold front. And you're going to notice this front, it's going to slow down. It's going to become, as you see here, I'm going to use the word, I'm using that $5 word, quasi stationary front. In other words, it's at a rolling stop. Okay, it's not a full stop. It's at a rolling stop. So we call that a quasi stationary cold front. But the front is forecast to stall, and that's going to be a problem. Wednesday into Thursday, look at it. Now it's at a full stop pretty much. And look, it just added in. This is the fresh update. This is May 1st, Thursday. Look at the heavy rain and the low pressure system that wave is going to ride right along the front. Just pretend that low pressure system is like a freight train, and these are the tracks. It's going to ride right along that front. And as it passes us, it's going to squeeze out a lot of moisture. Oh boy. Yeah, I know. Let me go back to that. There it is. That's next Thursday. So, my concern already, even though we're a week out, is not so much severe weather. Yeah, there's that possibility. But you know what I'm going to say next? Right. Flooding. Um, that system next week has the potential to bring us a lot of rain and make matters worse, just as they're starting to get better. I mean, I've finally seen some fields that had standing water starting to dry out a little bit, or see just this big mud area of mud that's just sitting out there. This could bring back some of that. It's too soon to say for sure, but it looks like the middle of next week we could be in trouble once again with heavy rainfall with the potential for flooding. Yes, I know. Just remember, I'm just the messenger. I didn't, yeah, please don't shoot the messenger, as they say. Okay, here's a look at the blender, model blender. Daily highs and lows for the next 10 days. 76 or so, 77 today. Then we go 73 tomorrow. That's normal. 73 is normal. 71, a couple of degrees maybe below normal on Sunday, but it's going to be cooler, sunshine. But there's your warm front that comes in on Monday, and we hop back to 83. That's a 10, 11, 12 degree jump from Sunday to Monday. Then look at Tuesday. Is it really possible we could get up to 86 degrees on Tuesday? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of warmth, and it's going to be humid. And then it's going to rain by Tuesday evening. So yeah, mid 80s. Yes, very much so. Then with showers and the rain and the stalled front, Wednesday, Thursday, we still get up into the low to mid 80s, a bit cooler by next Friday. And then here is May 3rd, Saturday, Derby Day, the Kentucky Derby. And look at the temperatures, 74. It's going to be about 72 to 74 at Churchill Downs. Let's hope it's not raining. Should be a fast track if showers stay away, but at least it's not going to be chilly. Then after that, we go mid to upper 70s as we head into Sunday and Monday next weekend, Derby weekend. It's almost here. There's a look at your 7-day forecast. This is the one that I posted last night. If you were watching me on News 40, WNKY, or if you saw, or if you go to WNKY.com, our website, or you're on the News 40 weather app, which, by the way, if you have the app, it's about to get a major upgrade. It's gonna start to look different. We're gonna start pushing out a fresh update to the News 40 weather app, and you'll just open it up one day and it'll be like, that looks different. What? Wow. Yeah, you're gonna say wow because it's gonna be something. Gonna be something. All right, anyway, there we go. 77 today, 59 tonight, 73 tomorrow. Notice, well, take note here that that chance of rain, that 30% is tomorrow morning, and then it's over. And the sun may come out Saturday afternoon. Then we have a nice Sunday, 73. Now, Monday, I left it dry. I'm going to leave it dry. But over the course of the weekend, when I do an update tomorrow morning, I may put in a small chance of a shower Monday with the warm front coming through because we're going to go from 73 to 82. And along that warm front, there could be, as you saw on the map, a small chance of a shower. But the real good chance of rain starts Tuesday night after we go maybe 85, 86. But look, we get better rain chances Wednesday and Thursday as the front stalls over the area, and that's going to bring us maybe some heavy rain. That's not what we need. Heavy rain is something we absolutely do not need right now. So, yeah, I know. Um, it's one of those crazy things that we're, look, the best way to explain this is that we're in a more active spring. This is really not all that unusual. Our memories are short and we think, oh, I've not seen it like this before. It's been like this before. It may not be as you remember it, but somebody at some point has had the same kind of flooding and severe weather and It's happened before. It may not have happened in our lifetime, but the records will show. I feel like I'm in court. Records will show that the defendant, anyway, um, it's happened before. Just an active spring. I hope it settles down too. I've had enough. But anyway, you guys have a great day, a great weekend. God bless you. Thank you for watching. And maybe I'll see you here tomorrow.